Hello, young Cholet fans. My name is Sammy Mejia. I spent 2 years in this amazing city, playing for this amazing club and playing in front of these amazing fans, and I'm just so excited to be back. I had some of my best basketball experiences in this club and in this gym, and I'm just so happy to be back. It feels like home. Oh, I was waiting for the right opportunity. I had some job offers before coming here that I didn't want to accept, and I was just waiting for a good opportunity. I wanted to play in a Euro Cup team or some type of European competition. So when Cholet called and I spoke to Ermin Kunter, I felt like it would be a good opportunity for me to come in and be a part of something special. And to this day, I always tell people that one of the best decisions I've made as a basketball player was coming to Cholet. Since I came here, my career and my personal development made big improvements. So I'm so grateful for this time. Yes, I mean, I think it's part of every American's transition to European basketball. It was a new experience for me. New expectations, different challenge. I was in Italy for a few months before, and Greece, and in Italy I had a wonderful experience, but in Greece my experience wasn't so well, so I was still trying to get used to the European style of play. And it's funny you mentioned that, because I mentioned in the coach's office, I remember having a meeting with Coach Ermin about just my situation and how I can find a way to be productive for the team and to help the team. And you know, he always believed in me since the first day I arrived here. Even when it was a little bit difficult in the beginning, he always believed in me, and I believed in myself, obviously. And in a very short period of time, we were able to fix this and work together. And you know, I just remember coming in and practicing hard and playing hard and just trying to make the team better. And fast forward, we ended up becoming a really special team with really great players. I had a lot of amazing teammates. My teammates were amazing. Like from the first day I came in, even when it wasn't going so great, they were amazing with me. They were very welcoming, and they allowed me to take some space in the team and to be part of it. So I'm grateful for them as well. Maybe it was this meeting, yeah. It was good because the meeting, you know, when you're a player and you struggle, so many thoughts go in your mind. So I think this conversation with him allowed me to relax. He gave me the space and the time to find my way. Normally, every player, when you're young, you put too much pressure on yourself. I have to be perfect, I have to be perfect. And I remember Coach Ermin telling me, it's okay, like we have time, find yourself, find your place in the team. And it really allowed me to relax and to just focus on basketball. And I think, again, with my teammates, they were so great from the beginning. They let me come in, they gave me opportunities, they gave me space, and obviously they saw some talent. You know, they believed in me and they pushed me to become better. And again, I'm just so glad that I came here and I had that experience, because it really turned everything around for me. Yes, I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have the preseason with my team. I came, I think, in September, like late September or early October. So I didn't have this time to learn my teammates, their personalities, the offensive sets. I didn't know the offensive sets. I came, and 3 days later we had a game or something like that. So I was trying to catch up with the rest of the team, and this transition is always difficult for the players. So I think if I would have come in the preseason, it would have been an easier transition, but I needed time. I wasn't in shape the way I should be at that moment of the season, because I wasn't with the team. But yeah, it was just so many things happening so fast when I first came that it took some time for me to get adjusted. I knew him, and I knew of his history with the club and how much the people loved him. I didn't know how amazing he was as a person. I think he was very important for the team, and especially as a local player, you know, like it's good to have a local player with presence, with a name, with some stature, you know. And he really was great for the locker room. He was great in practice. He was great in games, obviously, too. He was a very talented player, and I think he was smart and he was wise for his age. And, you know, we were younger back then, and he was a little bit more calm, a little bit more mature, and he really helped us, you know, with him and John Linehan, like they helped us kind of, you know, be more serious and take a more professional approach as we've continued to become more and more successful. So I remember when he came, that was maybe the first time where as a team we were thinking, okay, I think we can like win a championship. Like we have guards, we have forwards, we have pivots, we have all the positions, we have a good coach, we have amazing fans, and we like each other. So that was important. I think that team, we were really, really close as a unit, and I think he just helped to make that a lot better for the team.
Linehan qui a peut-être le ballon pour réaliser le hold-up. Cholet qui n'a jamais mené, sauf en première mi-temps. Très brièvement.
Moi, à leur place, j'irais chercher un petit One Robinson à l'intérieur.
Mejia qui prend le shoot. Oh oui, au buzzer. Le buzzer beater, le game beater pour Mejia. Oh, c'est énorme.
Yes, I remember like it was yesterday. I don't know why. Asvel, we always, you know, historically they're an amazing club, right? They have a lot of history, they have a lot of championships. So when you play a team like that, you always try to bring your best. You know what you're playing against, right? The history, the club, you know, Tony Parker, like you have all these ideas of those type of clubs. And I remember every time we played them, it was a fun game for me. You know, I was like, if we can beat Asvel, like, it doesn't matter if they're the best team or, you know, not so good, like their name was, you know, significant in France. So every game against Asvel was an exciting game for us. And that year they were really strong and we enjoyed road games. Our team was very different that way. Like in the road games, we became very close. We were good at home, but on the road, we were really close together. And I remember every road game when the game was tight and difficult, we would laugh with each other and just enjoy the moment. And that was a great comeback win during a great season. And the fact that I hit the buzzer beater was pretty cool. It's a cool story. My kids didn't see this, so I cannot share with too many people, but my wife was here and she saw it. So it was a wonderful experience. I'll never forget it. Yes. It's funny because we never think about those things during the season, right? You wait until the middle of the season, maybe after the cup, you start to calculate, okay, these teams are good, these teams are really good. Maybe if we play, we can finish in this position or that position. But I remember that team, with those years here, we never focused on being in first place. Like, obviously you want to be in first place, but we just wanted to win every game. That's all we cared about. Like, we never focused too much on the future. We were very focused on the present. I'm sure for Coach Ehrman, he was thinking the future first position. We just wanted to play home. We loved our fans. I don't know how it is today, but during my years in France, like Cholet had one of the best home courts in all of France. So we loved playing at home. So we knew that if we finished in the top 3-4 positions, we would have home court advantage. And that was our only goal. We want to be home. We want to play home in front of our amazing fans and give ourselves the best chance to win. I have so many amazing memories. I think I had the toughest challenges with those two teams, with Poitiers and with Gravelines. Poitiers was always a tough team. Every time we play them, we hate to play Poitiers because we know they are very physical, they are very tough. Their coach is incredible, fantastic coach. We have a lot of respect for him as a coach and his players and his system, his culture. And we knew all those matches were going to be fights. And so many memories against Gravelines in the playoffs, Poitiers in the playoffs too. And it's never an easy game when you play against those teams. And with Gravelines, I remember we lost the game at home.
On va voir ça. Mejia, il est pris, Mejia, il est bien pris, même il est très bien pris, Mejia. Il ne sait pas quoi faire, il trouve au cœur, le contre, Gravelines s'impose, le contre de Cyril Akpomeda au buzzer. Gravelines s'impose de 2 points, 70-68.
And we had to go to Gravelines and beat them, and that wasn't easy. They were a very good home team.
Ça l'accompagne l'effort de son équipe.
And we were able to get a win. And I remember one of the players from Gravelines, I don't remember his name, but I remember hearing he told his teammates, the season is finished because we let them win one more game here. Because they knew the last game, they could not beat us here.
Se perd aussi maintenant, ça fait mal.
Saint-Merveille, il le met! Il le met! Exceptionnel, 4e quart-temps, incroyable. Mais comment ont-ils fait pour marquer 20 points en 5 minutes, Jacques? Et c'est terminé. Et Cholet s'impose de 10 points, 83-73 sur le parquet de Gravelines. Cholet emmène la série jusqu'à un troisième match à la Meiret. Cholet Basket a repris l'avantage du parquet.
And we used that motivation and that energy. We came back and we won at home. And then we went to the finals. So it was a great playoff series. Great story to hear those kind of things. Yes, but we felt a lot of pressure because Gravelines had a fantastic team. They had a really good team, and it was very difficult to beat them in their gym. So when we got that win over there, we relaxed a little bit, and we came back to Cholet, and you know, the rest is history.
Eh bien, il avait raison, Herman, à Gravelines. Hein? Quand il m'avait dit on sera champion si on gagne ce match-là.
I love Coach Erman. Like, he was, you know, he shared a story with us, the team, before we won the championship in 2010 with Cholet. Erman never won a championship as a player. So this was his focus. He had one goal left for his career, was to win a championship. He didn't win as a player. He wanted to win as a coach. So he always, you know, spoke about this. And the team, the players, we don't talk too much with him about it, but in our minds, we remember this and we try, you know, to give our coach a championship. We know how much it meant to him, how important it was, and we really loved Erman as a coach. He was a great coach. He cared a lot about his players, and he worked hard. And when you find people like that and you work with people like that, you respect them. And he was a wonderful guy to all the players, and we loved playing for him. He was a great coach. Yes, big time. I always tell people the best decision I made in my professional career was coming to Cholet. Not just because of the titles, but because of what I learned from Coach Erman. He was the first coach in Europe for me who I built this strong relationship with. Like, in the summers, we call each other, we talk. Like, he became like, not a father, but this like example for me in the professional sports. And I learned so much from him. You know, he was an amazing player. And, you know, he guided me and showed me, okay, if you want to be a good player, this is how you have to practice every day. This is the mind you need to go into every game, how to treat your teammates, how to be a leader. And it's different in America versus coming to Europe and doing that. So he was the first coach who taught me how to be a leader in Europe, in a European team with a European club, as a foreigner, which is not easy all the time. You know, there's culture barrier, language barrier. So he was very important for me, and I owe a lot of my success to him. Not on the basketball side, but individually as a person. My 2 years in Cholet was the first time I fell in love with Europe. You know, most Americans, they come to Europe, it's a challenge to change from one culture, one way of living to another. And like every other American, I struggled with that in the beginning. And then when I came to France, I fell in love with Europe. I fell in love with the French culture, the food, the people, and Erman had a big role to play with that. He really took me under his wing and showed me what life could be like as a basketball player in France, and I'm so grateful for him and for this team.
Et c'est fini. Cholet est officiellement champion de France pour la première fois de son histoire et succède à l'Asvel. Cholet champion 2010.
My memory of the finals goes in two parts. One is the players and the game, the details of the game. I still remember moments from the game. I remember, like, vividly. And then the other part is seeing the fans and their faces and their smiles and everybody with the Cholet basket scarf and all the red and the celebrations we had after the game, and hear the parade in the mayor's office. Like, these memories, like, you know, it's like a movie film. You know, it's just playing. Every time I think of my time in Cholet, I see these pictures. And, you know, I was telling Arnaud earlier, I still speak to many of the fans from my time here on social media, on the internet. We still connect, we still have a relationship, and I think it's beautiful. You know, you spend so much time working for one goal, and in sports, normally you don't achieve this goal because, you know, the chances, the percentages of you winning a championship in any sport is difficult. So when you actually do it, it's just really gratifying, and more importantly, it's good to give the city and the fans something to be proud of, because I think, you know, that's the biggest accomplishment for us. Like now, 15 years later, I walk around, I see pictures of this team, of this trophy. You know, we did something for this city and this club that nobody can take away from it. And I played a small part in this big picture, and I sleep good at night. I feel good, I feel proud. And I have so much love in my heart for this team and for that experience. And I'm just so happy that I was able to be there and share it with this team and this city. Yes, I am. I still speak to many of them. We've remained close friends. And I feel like in sports, when you win a championship with a team, you become brothers, you know. And we don't speak all the time, but when we speak, immediately we find this connection again. And we start to talk about memories and different stories that we share with one another about our time here. And again, that team, those guys were so special, great human beings, great people, great basketball players, and I'm glad that I still have a relationship with many of them today. I still do. I still speak to Randall occasionally. I speak to Antoine, to John from that team. Kevin Serafin, I still speak to him. So yeah, just, you know, we don't speak all the time, but when we speak, it's like a brotherhood. Like, we share this moment, this title together, and nobody can take that away from us, so we're proud. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I mean, all the guys, you know, you think of Kevin, you think of Rudy, you think of all these kids who were younger, and, you know, I think it was an important lesson for them to see that type of success, to that feeling of win. It's motivation, you know, it pushes the young players. And, you know, having success is more than just the Pro A team. You know, it goes down to the junior teams, to the cadets. They see this, it motivates them, it inspires them. So I'm not surprised that so much success has come after those years, as far as our players and the talent that we've produced to the NBA and to other parts of Europe. Because when you share that experience, I believe it's special, and it's very difficult for a player to see this and to feel this and to not pursue it, to go after it. So it's wonderful to see, you know, some of the guys that came after us go to the NBA and play in all these high-level European teams. I think Cholet is great for that. It's a great club when you think about the preparation of young players and how they develop them and how they try to provide everything for players to reach their full potential. And yeah, I'm proud of all those guys. You know, we have stories with Kevin and Rudy. They were younger, and we used to joke with them all the time, and now they're like so much taller than us and stronger than us, and now they can joke with us. But they're all great guys, and yeah, I'm not surprised at their success. Cholet is one of the best clubs in France.
C'était le dernier lancer franc pour Andalovic et les Choletais. C'est parti et c'est réussi par son bras n'a pas tremblé. Permet aussi à Ngoy pour Kevin le contre incroyable. Alors que là, la défense choletaise va peut-être permettre à Sammy Mejia 3 points. Oh, c'est dedans. Égalisation choletaise. 71-71 à 10 secondes de la fin. Et c'est terminé. C'est terminé pour ce match, la victoire de Cholet Basket, qui sera certainement Fabien Causeur, le premier trophée soulevé par Sammy Mejia. On remercie les équipes de Pierre Jacob. On remercie aussi Simon Guillot qui a été présent avec nous. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, merci.
Et puis on rappelle donc le score à la prochaine journée de championnat.
Yes, I remember. I didn't know it was 47 seconds. Wow, okay. I knew we came back. I knew we were losing and we came back, but I didn't know that. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah, you know, those games are always difficult because the Match the Champions was one game. The finals that season was one game. And one game is always hard, especially when you have the expectation to win, you have this pressure on you. You know, we were the champions the year before. Most of the players came back for the second season. So we did feel this pressure a little bit to win, especially at home. But yeah, I didn't know that. But I'm glad we were able to do it. Voulez was a great addition to the team. And yeah, I'm just glad we won. That was a big game for us. We were nervous, we were excited, and we didn't know what to expect, but I'm glad we were able to get the win. I remember all those games. I remember being excited, you know, for us, you know, bringing Fenerbahce here.
Heureusement qu'il n'a pas shooté à 3 points. Kinsey, c'est court. Et qui prend le rebond, c'est Kinsey à nouveau. C'est gagné.
C'est gagné.
Lavrinovic.
C'est gagné.
C'est du délire à la Bayré. Cholet s'impose de 4 points, 82-78. Bravo, archi bravo.
You're bringing Barcelona here.
Bien, c'est Victor Sada, héroïque dans la défaite de dimanche dernier. On aura l'occasion d'en parler du Barça.
Qui résonne dans les travées de... Voilà une belle image. Tout le monde qui a son mini tifo de... Allez, Cholet Basket.
I thought it was great for the club. I thought it was great for the city, you know, to see that level of basketball come to La Mellerie. I thought it was wonderful. And it was exciting, you know. These are games and moments that players take as a personal challenge, right? Like, by this point in my time in Cholet, I knew I was a good player, right? But I wanted to play against the best players. So when we played in EuroLeague and we played against the best teams every day, I was excited. I was hungry, you know? I want to play against these top players. I want to see what it's like, what it feels like. So these games were always exciting for us. And to bring them here to this gym and to win, we won some of those games. It was exciting, and just, again, seeing the fans and their faces and the excitement and the energy we brought to this town was amazing. And, you know, this gave me a small taste of the highest level of European competition. And again, I feel like my experience here helped me so much for the rest of my career as I went on to play in other European competitions and other teams and have some success. So yeah, all those games were fun. For us, we didn't have so much pressure. We were the smaller team. So, you know, Fenerbahce, Barcelona, those teams, they had big pressure. You know, they have expectation, they have budgets, they wanted to win championships. We just wanted to, like, ruin their day, make them miserable. So it was fun for us. Yeah, it's great. It's great for the fans, you know, because you see these guys play on TV, and it's good to see them in person, right? It's good to see, you know, there were so many guys at that time, but just to see, like, them live in person, you know, see their height, their size, their speed, their strength. It's different when you watch it on TV and when you watch it in person. And for us, we wanted the challenge, you know, we wanted to play against the best teams. We wanted to challenge ourselves, and yeah, it was just a proud moment for us. We were so proud. We loved that EuroLeague was in Cholet. We loved it. Just EuroLeague and Cholet, this combination was wonderful for us. And, you know, we had home games. We had games where we went to Barcelona and we played in their stadium, and we played in Fenerbahce's arena. And I think the overall EuroLeague experience was great for this club. And it showed the club a lot about that level of basketball, the quality, and, you know, how they run the organization. And it gave our fans a chance to be part of it. So I'm grateful for that as well.
Avdalovic. Causeur.
Ils sont en homme.
Avdalovic. Il est loin.
Non.
Oh, qu'il est loin. Oh, qu'il est loin. Oh, il le prend. Oh, il le prend. Oui, voulez. Oui, voulez. C'est ça.
Voulez was great. I loved Voulez. Like me and Voulez, the first time he came, we became really good friends. My wife, Nanette, became really good friends with his wife. And, you know, we were just really close. I loved him as a player. I thought he was great. He was a great leader, and he was an amazing shooter. An amazing shooter, tough guy. So whenever he had the ball, I felt good. And, you know, just he had a couple injuries, you know, before he came to this club, and he's, you know, he was going through some stuff. So to see him have that game-winning shot, and I think when he came here, he found this new motivation and this new love for basketball, and he was able to go and have some success after his years here as well. So, yeah, Voulez was great. I love being his teammate. He was a wonderful guy, wonderful father, wonderful basketball player, and wonderful human being. So I'm so proud for him to have that moment and for me to just have a friendship with him. I know the secret to moving on in any European competition, if you want to go to the next round, you have to win road games. Road games. You can win the home games, but you need one road game. And the road games were difficult for us, you know. Just traveling for us was very hard. You know, you have to travel to Paris and then you have to take a flight. So, you know, traveling for us wasn't so easy. I think when Fenerbahce came here, they came in a private plane. Yeah, so, you know, small details like that, you know, it's not easy. The team is great. They're playing in front of their fans. So, yeah, I think did we win a road game in EuroLeague that year? I don't think so. Yeah. Maybe Zagreb, I was thinking Croatia, maybe. But yeah, when you don't win road games in EuroLeague, it's hard to qualify. So we were hoping some other teams made some surprises and we can find a way to the top 16, but it didn't happen. But I'm still proud. We had maybe the smallest budget in EuroLeague this year, for sure. One of the smallest. So the fact that we beat some pretty good teams was good. Yes. Not dominant, confident. I think that was the difference between that season and the season before. We had a lot of the same players come back and we brought in some extra pieces. Obviously, we lost Jelabel, we lost Mikael, we lost, who else? We lost, We lost John, we lost the what was the Lithuanian guy? What's his? Yeah, Arvidas. We lost some key pieces to the team. So it's always hard to bring in new people because you don't know. Maybe it's going to work, maybe it doesn't work. But the core team, we had incredible confidence. You know, you win the championship, you feel good, same team, same coach, same fans, same gym. So I think the second year, we were more comfortable with each other. And I think it showed when we played. In the first year, we needed some time to find our chemistry. But the second year, from the first game, we had our chemistry and we knew who we were and what type of team we could be. So I don't want to say more dominant, but we were a lot more comfortable as a team. No surprise.
Un panier à 3 points, c'est la victoire. Un panier à 2 points, c'est prolongation. Mejia. Oh, il s'est raté. Et Nancy est champion de France. Nancy est champion de France.
I remember being sad, obviously, because, again, it was one game. It's so hard to take an entire season and to just put it in one game. It's so hard. And it's for both sides, right? Because the year before, we won against Le Mans. Maybe Le Mans is saying the same thing. If we had a series, who knows? But I think that's also a beautiful part of the game is it doesn't matter what you did all season. You have this one game, you have to be better this day. And Nancy was better than us that day. We struggled a lot with our shot that game. I remember we didn't play the way we normally played. And when you lose those type of games, you start to play the movie in your head. Oh, if I make this change, if I make this shot, if I don't make this mistake. and you become crazy. So for 1 week after the game, just always, man, if I don't miss this shot, if I don't lose the ball, if we don't leave them open for this shot, maybe we win the game. Maybe we have 2 championships, 2 titles. So, you know, it's always hard for the players to lose in finals games, but Nancy, they played an incredible game. They had a good game plan. I remember in the finals, during the game, when we played them, I remember telling myself, they are prepared. They were very prepared, very prepared. John was part of the club the year before. I'm sure he spoke to the coach. You know, they knew a lot about us. And it was a war, you know, those finals, they're like battles, you know, and they won the game. I shake their hand and I cry to sleep, but but it's okay. I was very happy. We still have a very successful year, and I'm very proud of that team and that season. I think we had an amazing season, and obviously we didn't get the title, but I'm still proud. So many things. I think the fans are maybe the biggest thing that I remember. And not just in the gym, like, you know, Cholet's a small town. When I go to the market or to a restaurant, there's always fans, and they're always happy to see me with a smile, you know, taking pictures with kids, signing autographs. I think this is the best representation of what it's like to play for Cholet. I truly believe that this club and the city is one. You know, it's the fans are the city, and the city is the fans. And when you live here and you play here, you feel that. And it's warm. It's a city full of like love for sports and for the players here. And I think all of my basketball memories, I have the same amount of memories with fans and experiences with people in the city. And just living here is peaceful. It's relaxing. It's a great place to just focus on basketball and family. And I remember Cholet being the first place where I fell in love with Europe. And I remember loving Europe, loving France, and it happened here. So my heart is warm when I think of Cholet, my years here playing here. My heart gets very warm and I feel nostalgic. Yeah, it was a big jump for me, big jump. And you know, when I played in EuroLeague and we played against, you know, the Fenerbahces, the Barcelonas, now I'm on those teams, right? Now I'm on that team. And I remember when I first joined the team, you feel this difference right away. Just, you know, the expectation, the level. Obviously, there's a lot more money involved, right? So it's more serious. It's very focused on the goal. Everything is the goal title. You don't play for CSKA for second place. Always champions. We want to be champions. So I think it was an amazing experience, but that was the first time in my career where I saw a different side, different level, and different mind. Every day it's champion. You cannot have one bad practice or, you know, 1 week of bad games or practices. And you know, it was a big change for me, and it helped me a lot as a player, just to understand, to become more mature, and to just kind of focus better. And I remember that being the biggest difference for me, was the ability to like focus and lock in and to just play at that level every day. It's a different expectation, and just to stay here. You have to play here and stay there. You know, when you want to win a EuroLeague championship, that's what it takes. Yeah, that was maybe the biggest challenge for me, because he was my position. And before he came, I had a bigger role in the team. And it was unfortunate for me. Obviously, I cannot be upset. This is Andrei Kirilenko. He's like Hall of Fame in NBA. So when he came, I closed my mouth. I stepped to the side. I say, okay. But again, he was a wonderful teammate. I learned so much from him. This is professional sports. You know, you cannot control everything. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes it works against you. And in this situation, I remember when he came, I spoke with the coach, and I knew I was going to lose some time, lose some minutes. And again, this was another learning experience for me. I had to, you know, change my focus, change my expectations, and try to find a way to be productive to the team. But as angry as I was, or maybe not angry, as disappointed or as challenging as it was very exciting, because you bring Kirilenko and it's like now you have a chance to win a EuroLeague championship. So it's bittersweet, you know, it's good, but it's also challenging. And I remember in the beginning, I was upset. Obviously, I'm a young player. I'm trying to find my way at the highest level. Then Kirilenko comes, I get sad, but then I get excited because now we have a chance to win a championship, and we go all the way to the EuroLeague finals, and we lose this heartbreaking game. But I learned so much about the high level of European basketball in this one season in Moscow. Yeah, I love Turkey. I say Turkey and France, those are like the countries that I have the biggest connection with. It's funny, when I went to Turkey, my coach, Orhun Ene, he called Ermin Kunter to ask about me. Not like basketball player, like person. They believe I'm a good player, but they say, okay, who is Sammy Mejia? Like a person. Is he a good person? Does he work hard? And I remember when my coach Orhun, him and Ermin, they are friends. When he called Ermin to ask about me, Ermin says, take him. Don't ask questions. Just take him. And it's a good story because you know, that coach who brought me to Turkey, me and him have the same relationship that I had with Ermin. Very close, very loving, very supportive, very welcoming, and that was the second best decision I made in my career, was to go to Turkey, because I loved it there. I raised my family in Turkey. I spent 8 years there in Turkey. I knew the language, and I have so many amazing experiences in Turkey. So that's my second, after Cholet, that's my second best decision. Yeah. No, yeah, I give all of the credit to my success to these 2 years here. This opened the doors for me to go to Europe and to experience a lot of the things that I've been able to experience. And Turkey was just an extension of everything that I learned and the player that I became during my years in Cholet. So yes, I had success. I won titles, I won trophies, I won MVPs in Turkey, but it all started here. And every time I think of my career, I always land here. Somehow my memories take me here, and how important this city and this club has been for me. COVID, the pandemic, yes. I was already thinking maybe to retire, maybe I continue to play. I wasn't sure. And the season closed in March, and we went to the US, and you know, before everybody was saying, oh, 2 weeks, go home, you come back. I went home 2 weeks. I left so many things in Turkey, like bags for my kids, like toys, blankets, very sentimental things, and I never went back. So after 1 month, 2 months, you know, at this point in my career, I was older. It's hard to sit down for 3 months, 4 months, and to find this rhythm again. So I said, okay, maybe it's time for me to stop. And I spoke to my wife, and we decided to just finish. You know, I got tired. I was emotionally, I was very scarred, you know, too much trauma, the way everything happened. And I was happy with myself and with my career. And my biggest fear was to go back and to not feel like myself, maybe to not play to my potential because I took too much time off. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, you know, finish my career in a positive note with, you know, with great memories and great experiences. So I decided to end it in 2020 after, I think, 2 months at home. Now, yeah, I train. I'm part of a basketball program in Los Angeles. I live in California now, in Los Angeles, and I'm part of a after-school basketball program where we coach and train young kids and develop them into basketball players. So I do that, and I do personal training for basketball as well. That's what I do now to keep myself busy. I like staying connected to the game. I like sharing my knowledge and my experience and helping the younger players develop this love and passion for the game. So yeah, I'm still connected to the game. I love basketball. I love being around basketball. So yeah, I'll always have one foot in the door when it comes to basketball. Yes, for sure. Yes. You know, when you play professional sports, you travel half of the season, and I missed so much time with them. And, you know, now my kids are older, they need me more. You know, my oldest daughter, she's going to be 14 later this month. And then my youngest daughter, Penny, she's 10. And I just want to be with them now more because, you know, they're in that age where they need their fathers, they need advice and guidance, and they're maturing and becoming young women. So, you know, I'm making up for lost time. I'm definitely spending a lot more time with them, and I'm trying to just be present more and be around more. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do follow it, not as intense as I did before, obviously, but I think every player does that. You know, when you're watching games and you know, or you're on the internet on EuroBasket, you say, oh, let me see what's going on. And now with social media, I know everything. I don't have to do anything. It's on my phone. I just say, oh, look, they're playing they win the game, or they're going to Spain next month or whatever. So now with social media is easy, but I always followed Cholet. I follow all the clubs that I played for. I don't know why I do it. I just enjoy it. I don't know. Maybe other players do it too. Oh, totally. Yes. I remember after the second year when we lost to Nancy in the finals, I wanted to come back to Cholet. I really did. We tried, but it's difficult. You know, I had these big European teams scouting me at the time, and it was hard. But if I could somehow stay in Cholet, I would have stayed in Cholet. I loved being here. I loved playing for these fans and in the city. And the fact that 15 years later, I still speak to some of the fans online, and the fact that they still remember me and they welcome me, I feel so blessed, just lucky that I left this imprint on the fans. I think, but I also believe that my love for the fans was very genuine. You know, when I was here, I really enjoyed the fans. Like, you know, after the games, we would run around, and some players don't like it, you know. Some players, they want to go to the locker room, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the fans, and I loved it. And maybe it's my personality. I'm a very warm person. I like interacting with people and with fans, and I'm just so lucky and blessed and fortunate that they remember me this way. I feel the same way. The same way they remember me, I remember them. I still remember some of the faces of some fans. So I don't think I'll ever lose those memories and that feeling. And I hope they never lose it as well. Oh, I have my Cholet scarves. I have my plaques. I have my uniforms, my jerseys. I still have this like small cards they used to give with the signatures, and we used to give out for the fans. In the beginning of the season, we have to sign, and then we give it. I still have this. I have so many things. I have the ball. I have a ball from Cholet. I like small towns. Like, you know, I grew up in New York. It's a big city. And then I played in Italy. I played in Greece. In Greece, it was in Larissa, so it was a pretty big city. But Cholet was the first time I fell in love with small towns. So I love small towns. I think it's very relaxing. I love, what's this? I don't remember the name of the bakery. There's a bakery in the center. It's yellow. I don't know the name. It was yellow. Yes. Yes. I was eating too many croissants and pau chocolats from this place. Maybe too much. But I have all these memories, or the Grand Cafe, or, you know, the shops in the city center. And do they still have the Indian restaurant? You have one Indian restaurant. It was amazing. I will check on my phone after. But To answer your question, I carry the love of the small towns. I carry the warmth of the small town. I'm a family man, and a lot of the family qualities that I have, I learned from playing in Cholet. Times like this, meeting these people, these wonderful people, and those experiences and those moments and the culture that I took from living here, I take it with me now. And now I'm 40 years old and I still have those qualities that this town helped make me a better person for, and I use it, and I hope I carry it for the rest of my life.